Hi everyone, how we doing? My name's Yasser. I'm from the BBC Asian Network. I'm a presenter. I do the Drive Time show, and I do loads of other stuff on telly. You might have seen me on your telly, and also on a DJ about, do all sorts of sort of music-related things. And today I'll be hosting this panel, and hopefully today you're going to be leaving knowing a lot more about what I do and what these lovely colleagues of mine do as well. They do loads of different things here at the BBC. There's so many different things you can do at the BBC, so hopefully we'll be able to explain some of these things to you. Okay, let me start off by introducing these lovely lot who are on my left here. Starting off with Natalie, or Nat, what are we doing?
I'd say Nat.
Nat.
Let's go Nat.
Nat, all right, cool. Natalie, there she is. She's a Radio 1 extra and sometimes Asian Network music team and production. The next person we have here is Vital. Hi, Vital. He's a 1 extra and Asian Network content AP. We'll explain what an AP is in a minute as well, don't worry. And next to him is Amber. Hi, Amber.
Morning, guys. Morning.
Morning. You're an Asian Network production intern.
I am indeed. I sometimes produce this lovely guy here. Sometimes.
She tries to. And over there we have Josh as well. Hi, Josh.
Hello.
Who's a content assistant. Don't worry, we didn't give ourselves these fancy titles. They're actual job roles that you can do here at the BBC. So should we start off? Yeah? Should we do this? All right. Okay, I want to take it back to the beginning of everyone's careers. What was your journey like getting into the BBC? Nat, we'll start off with yourself, because it seems like the BBC, this big company, I really want to work there, but how do I get my foot in the door?
Genuinely, with me, I came through one of the schemes, the production scheme. So yeah, I did that, and then I came through. So the scheme was 12 months, and then I think pretty much quite quickly within it, I realised I wanted to be in production and then music team. So I just went to the right people and the right teams and just said, can I come in? Can I shadow? And you just work your way around. It's really good to get your face in with the right teams, make a lot of friends, and just be a hard worker, basically. All the things that you know, really, but when you're nervous, you don't think you're going to do it, and I just did that.
Vital.
Yes, legend.
Hi.
Good.
Hi. You do a lot.
I try. I do try. So it's weird. So I even got into the BBC so I rap. That's the main thing I do is rap. And I got interviewed many a times on BBC Introducing. And then one day, I think one of the presenters weren't there. And because I can talk for a mile, for ages, they asked me if I can just host one of the shows. I did that. Then I got asked to do 3. Then I got asked to do a little pilot. Then I got given my own show. So that was my way into the BBC, which is very unorthodox. But to be honest, a lot of people's is always different. And then with that, I moved to London, and then I had opportunities to work on what you see here as a 1 extra Asian Network content AP. And that's just the idea of just creating content. For me, it's predominantly visual stuff, so videos and stuff like that for YouTube and for social media and sometimes audio as well. So in a nutshell, that's what I do with the BBC, basically.
Amber, let's talk to you.
Yes.
You're a production intern at the moment.
I am, yes. Okay, so I'm a trainee production intern on Asian Network, which means I help produce the show. So I'm learning as I go along. So I'm not a producer, I'm not an assistant producer. I kind of working alongside them, and they're kind of teaching me what to kind of do on a show and how to make a show an amazing one. My typical day, I literally don't know what to expect when I come in the office. I think that's what I love about it. No day is the same as the next one. I could come in and you're working on this show, or you're working on the chart show today, or I want you to edit this video, Amber. And I think that's what I love about it, that every day is different.
Yeah. And how did you get into your internship? Did you just apply online?
Oh, right. Okay, so I had about 9 rejections before I came to the BBC. So I'm not saying get used to rejection, but rejection is a good thing. It's a good thing. Embrace it. I didn't come directly through the BBC, so there's something called the Careers Hub. I didn't come through that. There's different routes in. I went through somewhere called Creative Access. Remember, anything I said today, Creative Access is the most amazing thing. It helps. So it helps people who are underrepresented in society to get into the creative industry. So I kind of came through there, Creative Access, and then here I am, an intern.
And here you are. Let's go to Josh. Hi, Josh.
Hello.
Josh actually works on the Radio 1 Breakfast Show with Greg James. It's a big show, big team, big budgets. Josh, how do you get a job into the BBC? What was your first steps in?
Mine was applying again. So I think you mentioned it, the Careers Hub. And yeah, I did an application, I think, every 3 months, because that's how often it used to open for the internships. While I was at uni, and I got rejected about 8 times, I think. And then just before I left uni, I applied once more, got invited down for an interview, and yeah, it just kind of went from there. I ended up doing I think the internship was 2 months, I think, when I did it. And I came in and they said, what do you want to do? And I said, I want to work on Greg James's show and Scott Mills's show.
Yes, the show.
Straight for the big bucks.
Yeah. No wasting time. So I went and did that. And then, I was interested on music team as well, which is what Nat does. So you get the opportunity to say if you want to do other stuff that isn't just sort of show teams, you can go and kind of do that. And it's just like getting everyone to know you and in the best way.
Let's move into the next question. Did you always know you wanted to work in radio? We'll start off with Nat. Was this what you always wanted to do? Because you started off with music, right?
Yeah, I still do music, so I still produce and songwrite. No, I never thought I'd get into radio ever, to be honest. It happened really organically. But I think if you're really into music or really into creating content or anything that's creative, I think there's always a place for you in radio. So yeah, I never thought I'd get into it, but now I'm in it. I can't believe I never thought I'd get into it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's such a part of your life now.
Yeah.
Vital, same to you as well.
So from young, I knew anything I'm going to do is going to be around media and music, but I didn't know what. And I still kind of, I'll be honest, I'm like 28 and I'm still always looking for new opportunities. So it's not like I'm set. This is what I'm going to do. Nothing will change. And I think a radio allows you to kind of venture into new areas, because I might want to present again, I might want to do more editing, I might want to do production, I might want to ease back and be more like just looking over what's going on. And I think radio gives you the opportunity to kind of venture into a different space, you know what I mean? From young, I don't think it was something I like initially said, yeah, radio. But like similar to what Nat said, it's like, well, where else would I be? This is like the most closest thing to anything I would want to do, you know what I mean? And you feel free, you feel quite free in the work that you do, and that's important.
That's all part of radio, and I think that's what we're trying to want to explain is it's not just, you don't just be a presenter or a producer, you could do so much more in radio. It's kind of like a big theme park. I want to do that, I want to go on that ride, I want to go on that ride. Let's move on to the next question. I want to ask you guys a question now. If you were to give yourselves some advice when you were their age, what would it be? We'll start off with yourself now.
I think if you know what you want to do, great. You keep going, stay on that path, try and find the best avenues and just keep talking to people. But I think for me, I'd have just been like, be patient and just try and enjoy like the journey and not be so stressed out. I used to put so much pressure on myself to get somewhere by a certain age or this amount of money by this age, and then I'd always reach that point, hadn't got there and feel like I'd failed. It's not the way at all. You need to enjoy it, like find opportunities, find what you want. It's not always going to be what you first set out to do. That's what I'd say to myself. I'd say be patient, enjoy it, and just, take opportunities and see what you can find. Don't be so stressed out with getting it at a certain point.
Some good advice. Vital?
I used to say, yeah, work harder, but my head's more in the work smarter place. So I used to work hard to the point that I didn't sleep that much, and I still don't really, but didn't sleep that much, was tired, burnt out, all that kind of stuff. And I would get things done, but I would feel like my quality of life wasn't all there. So now I try my best to, like, again, the planning. It's like planning so I have a better work day, better time to sleep, better time to relax, because that's actually part of working as well. Just kind of like taking a little downtime. So overall, just literally, whatever you want to do, work hard at it, but please don't forget to work smart. So just think about yourself a little bit, mental space, your physical health, all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
Get some sleep as well. Don't listen to him.
No, I'm saying you should. I try. It's hard.
What time's your bedtime?
It's long. I don't like 3 o'clock.
He goes to sleep
o'clock.
at 8 p.m. He's just
No,
trying to act
Yeah.
I wish.
cool.
Yeah,
has a
just
glass of
quickly,
milk
can I
and
just
sleeps.
say as well, with you guys, you've got a lot of pressure with social media, and a lot of people your age, it will look like they've done so much more than you, and you'll feel a lot more like, oh my God, I've got to get there now because so-and-so's a millionaire, and he just made a really crap YouTube video. Don't think like that at all. Honestly, just focus on yourself and your own journey, and you'll get to where you've got to go. Just don't look at everyone else and see what everyone else is doing. It's just a toxic thing to do. That's what I would say as well. Just wanted to say.
Quite distracting, you're right.
Tunnel vision.
Yeah.
I've got to agree with that. So you just see the good stuff on social media. You don't see any of the bad stuff, and that's what you see, the stuff that people want you to see. So definitely don't let social media put any pressure on you. Oh, my advice. Oh,
Your
yeah,
advice.
sorry,
Keep
my
going.
advice. My advice, yeah, sorry. My advice would be believe in yourself, because that's something I didn't do when I was younger. I really didn't believe in myself. I didn't think I would make it in radio. I thought I sounded like a bloke. I was like, no one's going to hire me. And I saw this BBC as like so far away. Like I was like, BBC's up there. I'm here. No chance. I'll probably get there when I'm 30, 35. Don't think like that. Like you can get there. And it's about, working smart. It's about not putting too much pressure on yourself and just work hard and take every single opportunity, but believe in yourselves.
Just to say, so sorry. Like age as well, because you said you're like, I might get there when I'm 30. Sometimes it doesn't really matter, man. As long as you can look after yourself and do what you're doing and you're happy doing what you're doing. If you get there when you're 40, but your life's okay, that's not a bad thing. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I know some people, like, I don't know, a lot of the famous people that you might know, like Mark Zuckerberg, he's quite young, but then Steve Jobs didn't do anything to him. He's a lot older, like 40, 50. So don't stress it too much, you know what I mean? But just focus, keep the focus.
You read that on a meme, didn't you? Because I read that meme as well.
The memes are life sometimes, bro. Interesting, bro.
No, I'm just saying what Vi said. It's a journey. So some of you will be in your kind of like ideal job when you're like 19, 20. Some of you might not come until you're 20, 25. It's your own journey, and you're meant to be where you're meant to be at that time. So when I got rejected when I was 18, 19, I'm so glad I did, because I wasn't meant to be here. Now that I'm 22, I'm like, yeah, actually, this feels okay. This works for me. So I'm glad I got all those rejections.
Thank you very much, everyone. I'm going to leave the floor up to some questions now. Don't be shy. Is there anything you'd like to ask myself or any of these guys here about our jobs? What we do? Yes.
When I got rejected, that was really hard. I'm not going to lie. So there was times where I was like, maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I'm getting rejected for a reason. But then I think I remembered why I wanted it so much, and I wanted to work here so much. I was just like, I'm not going to let you guys go. You've got to let me in. And I think it's just the not giving up. And when it's meant to happen, like I said before, when it's meant to happen, it will. So I'm so glad I got all those rejections, because I look back at those applications and I was like, they were shocking. I was like, I wouldn't even give myself a job. So I think you just got to keep going. And it's really tough, but it's like you've got to think how much you want it as well.
I think it's also like each time you do one, you've refreshed, say it's 6 months in the future, so you can think, what am I going to do with these 6 months? Like, what new bit of content have I made, or what different thing can I bring to the table? Who have I spoken to that's given me a different idea? Yeah. And you just keep updating your applications. And a tip I always thought was quite good is always think about, like, you've got to show you're unique, so bring that to the table. But also, if you're going for like a news job that's like political or whatever, don't in your application be having loads of celeb kind of writing that you've done.
Tailor your applications.
That's the word.
I got you. Tailor your applications.
Yeah, but don't worry about rejections. That happens.
It happens.
You're going to get rejections, but it's just a way for you to learn more. That's what it is. And I didn't read that on a meme.
Also, can I just add as well that you got to remember it could have been the wrong day at the wrong time. That it's not just that you're wrong for the job or that you're not good at what you do. It might just be that at that moment it's not right. So you keep going. Like, yeah, definitely don't be put off. Obviously, if you're on the completely wrong lane and everyone's like, genuinely, this isn't for you, then obviously, yeah, question it. But if you really are passionate, just keep going and meet people that are like-minded like you, that inspire you to keep going. Like, I think friendship groups, that's why uni can be good, because you meet people from everywhere. Or you've got online social groups, just avoid the nasty ones, and then you're all good.
It's true, man.
I think just to touch on what you said, I used to work for Apple when I was a little bit younger, and I sent the same application twice. They didn't change it at all. I know it sounds really bad. First one got rejected. The second one, I got the job. So about the timing thing, sometimes maybe the wrong person read it. Maybe they didn't read the second one and thought I said something else really nice that I didn't actually say. But when I was there, they really enjoyed, like, when I was working there. So sometimes just reread it, resend it, change it, tweak it, improve on it, all that kind of stuff. Yeah?
That's true. Don't take it too personal.
And also, just quickly, everyone that you look up to, sorry, I know, everyone that you look up to has had a hard journey somewhere. Like, no one's fluked it and just walked in. No. Like, everyone's got something. All these presenters you see, all these artists you see, anyone has had a point where they've had to be like, oh, why is it not working? Yeah, so you've got to keep pushing through like that. It's not always just glory.
That's right. Thank you to all my panelists. Can we have a round of applause for these guys, please? And I hope you guys have learned something valuable, and good luck with everything. Thanks.